Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking zombies and apocalypses and all those things you like. Going beast mode, and if you didn't know, it's P to Z up on the mic. Whoa, hey, TWD family, grab the snacks about the pantry. And subscribe and like if you can, please. Or those walkers eat you like some candy. Hey, okay. You at the right place at the right time. No one does it better, that's the bottom line. Beauty and the Beast, this is prime time. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? How's it going? We are here.
Hello.
Sorry, we had a little hiatus last week, and obviously, it was just busy anyway with Thanksgiving. Hope everyone out there who celebrated Thanksgiving had a great time with your family and friends. I know we had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
We were hanging out. We actually had a Friendsgiving on Saturday.
Yes.
We had a Friendsgiving on Saturday. So our Thanksgiving, my Thanksgiving was very low key because I was getting ready for the Friendsgiving.
Yes.
But it was great, man. I love family, love friends, love it all.
Yeah.
But not having to do anything.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And I again love having family over and stuff like that. And this year was particularly hard because it was like the first year without my grandmother. She had passed away in May, and so that kind of sucked. But it was like my parents and my sister and I, and it was just not having to do forced small talk with family. There's something to be said for it.
Yeah.
But it was different, but it was good.
Yeah. It was, I got to do what I want. I went and I played, the traditional, we played traditional flag football game in the morning. Yep. That's about an hour and a half or whatever. And then came home and literally had to do nothing besides sit on a couch and watch football, take a nap, order Chinese food, Yeah. It's completely non-Thanksgiving stuff besides watching football and whatever, but made up for it on Saturday, which was a good time with a lot of good friends. So yeah,
Nice.
I hope so. Yeah, like I was saying, I hope everybody out there got to do the same thing. What's up, Linda? How are you doing? I see Eric is here. What's up, Eric? Eric, I seen some photos of you and a certain man who wears a red hat. You guys did not look as your typical walker selves. You guys were clowns, and we all know that clowns scare the shit out of people. So,
oh yeah, I hate clowns. Imagine a zombie clown. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, was it
Zombieland?
Yeah, Zombieland.
The clown, zombie clown.
Yeah, at the amusement park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you guys, whatever you're doing, looks like it's fun. It's definitely horror related.
Yep.
And so yeah, looking forward to whatever that is that you guys are having fun doing right now. We were, as usual, what we've been trying to do the last Tuesday of every month is have a guest on that's going to be at the camp event in May. Unfortunately, that person had to cancel. They are filming, which is a good sign for them. Anytime that an actor has to cancel for filming, it's always a good thing.
Yeah.
It sucks for us because we don't have them on our show, but it's always nice to know that the people that we're gonna have on are working and doing what they love. So
well, it's a good thing because it also, when we do get them on, it gives us something to talk about.
Sure, absolutely.
Be like, hey, while you stood us up, what happened?
What you been doing?
Yeah. So harsh, Ryan.
With this person, I believe that I can make that kind of joke.
Yes,
so.
of course. And they'll definitely do good on it.
Yeah.
They were very apologetic. So understandable though. You got to work, you got to make money. It's what you do for a living. So we completely have no issues with that. What is it? Would you believe me if I said the clowns are part of the new community?
Eric, next time I see you, I would right in the face. No, that is my worst nightmare. Damn it, Eric.
Yeah, no.
I hate clowns. Zombies scare the shit out of me. Put them together. I'm as useful as Otis on the floor.
And where are you getting all the makeup in the zombie apocalypse to paint your faces?
That reminds me of a Zombieland with what's his name?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, and he goes a little licorice for the ladies.
Yeah.
Little eyeshadow.
Yeah. Goodness. Yeah. So everybody definitely not on the clown board. So
Well, even Eric says he doesn't care for
Yeah.
them either. So
Eric not a fan, and he's playing one. So
Yeah.
that tells you a lot. What's up, Fawn? How you doing? I just seen her pop.
yeah, Fawn's part of our Dead Girls
Oh,
group.
yeah.
Very
I
cool,
see her
very
popping
cool.
there. So yeah. Obviously, what we're here for is for Fear the Walking Dead and for World Beyond. Obviously, not everybody here is a great follower of either of the two, but we're here anyway. I fell asleep. I'm sorry, but I'm here now.
Pie,
about
come on.
time.
Pie's here. I did want to now that Pie is here, I would like to let everybody know that we did come through on our promise that Pie was gonna get her cameo, and she did. She was very reluctant and did not share her cameo though, because in Pie's words, it was very personal.
Oh, well, that's good.
Was it?
Look, according to Pie,
Okay, fair enough.
it was very personal.
Well, I'm glad that it was personal, and
Yes.
hopefully in a good way.
Yes. Oh no, it was. It
Okay.
was. It was. For those of you who don't know, Pie is a huge Xander Berkeley fan, and Xander. We had some technical issues with the cameo, so Xander did the first cameo. He didn't think it went through, so then he
Oh.
canceled that one and did a remake cameo. So I got the second cameo and sent it to Pie, but then Xander got the first cameo to work. So Pie actually got a 2-for-1 deal.
Oh, nice. Double
Yes,
prizes.
double prizes. So congratulations to Pie for getting her cameo.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to share, which is fine. That's her decision.
Just send it to me in a message, Pie, so I can
I have
see
the
it.
email. I'll send it to you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll share it
we
too.
won't share it.
I'm gonna share it, Pie. How do you like that?
Pie, just say the word. I'll just.
So yeah, what's going on in the Fear the Walking Dead world right now? Was it episode 8, 9, 8, 7?
Seven.
Yeah,
Seven,
I had it.
yeah, 7 for Fear. Which,
Yeah, 7 for Fear and
Nine
then
for World Beyond.
9 for World Beyond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris is off my X-Men card list.
Like I said, Pie, you let me know.
Yeah.
It's like the naughty list. Yeah.
It's on the naughty list.
Yes, I am on the naughty list.
Damn it, Christopher.
I know. Nothing's really changed. It's always been that way. Yes, of course I respect her decision, Lindy.
Do you?
Yes, I'm not gonna. The only people I would show would be you and Renee,
Okay.
because it's our guy and our girl.
Yeah.
It's not like he was. It's Xander, So I mean, of course I'm gonna share with.
Hopefully there was a little bit of sarcasm too
from
him.
Yeah,
Xander's very good with his sarcasm.
very good. I mean, yeah, he was good.
Well, look at me. Like when I had my seizure in Atlanta, I'm on a stretcher being wheeled up by the paramedics. Xander comes over, puts his hand on my shoulder, and goes, "Ryan, if you wanted my autograph, all you had to do was ask."
Fawn says that, oh my gosh, Fear was awesome.
So we're talking, just so you know, you have AMC Plus there, Fawn. So we're
Yeah.
talking, we're not talking about the mid-season finale because we're trying to keep spoiler, free. So we're talking the portrait is the one that we're going to discuss.
We're going to be talking about the portrait. So the portrait is where Strand wants, I don't know her name.
Yeah,
Wants
I don't think
female
it's
painter
something.
lady to
Yeah.
be Leonardo DiCaprio.
To his Kate
Yeah,
Winslet.
and paint him like Kate Winslet, as one of his French ladies there. Want to paint me like one of your
paint me like one of your French
yeah,
girls.
paint me like one of your French
Yeah.
girls. So so Victor Strand didn't end up liking that painting.
Well, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Well, luckily it was her, the painting, and not
See,
her.
and here's the thing. So for anybody who's watched knows that Victor was poisoned in this episode.
By the way, when he's on the roof and he's like, I was like, is he having a panic attack? Like
I
what?
thought he was having a heart attack. I thought maybe, because all the drinking.
I didn't
was-
Because he had like a hard
Sure.
time breathing, and he was like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, so either he's having a heart attack,
Yeah.
or he's having like a full-fledged panic attack, and I'm like, this is supposed to be the villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what immediately I was like, oh, I immediately went to the fact that she like tried to kill him because
Yeah.
of what he made her do with the throwing the portrait over the side of the building. I was like,
Yeah.
bang, she's dead. He's gonna like kill this girl next.
Yep.
So I mean, that's exactly where my mind jumped to, is the fact that she did it. So he falls into his into his rabbit hole of can't trust anybody. I should never trust, can't trust no one. And he has a little what would you, Renee, like a little tiff with what's his name, Andre?
Howard.
Yeah,
Howard, because he's
Howard,
trying. Yeah.
So him and Howard butt
Turning
heads,
everyone away.
because he's on his can't trust anyone thing. And it's typical of Strand too, to be like, it's his typical Strand,
Yep.
it's who he is. It's part of his personality to react this way. So I can't say I was even surprised by like his actions.
Sorry, I was checking
Right.
the sound. Make sure your mic sounded good.
How do we sound?
It sounded pretty good on my end.
Testes. Testes. 1, 2, 3 testes.
Spinal.
Renee, can we bring Renee up a little bit? She sounds low.
No, she's low to us,
Oh.
so we're not getting an echo through our mic.
Oh.
They can hear her independently, which is also what I was confirming.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But we can hear, it's low enough, but high enough that we can hear her, but low enough that the mic's not going to pick it up as like feedback.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Stay in your lane.
I did.
Let Ryan do his thing.
I know. I wanted to make sure that she wasn't low to everybody else. That's all.
I'm the tech guy with slightly above average looks, and you might be, you and Renee are the faces of the brand. I might be just the mechanical guy of the brand.
You done?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you had your moment.
All right, Glory Hog. Whatever. This is quality content. I don't care what you say.
It is. We find Wendell. Wendell, we haven't seen Wendell, by the way, and we finally do see Wendell is at the tower. We all thought he was lying about that.
Which, by the way, that whole like just that interaction with him and Strand is hysterical.
Yeah, the fact that he's like the radio call guy. Wendell's like he's like the dude in the military. He's got the backpack and he's got the satellite phone.
Like the switchboard operator.
Yeah. Like, out of all people, you got Wendell doing that. We got John Dory the 18th or whatever he is, with a sniper rifle on the top of the building, the eyes in the sky.
The Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. So they're under attack, right? I mean, they get attacked. They catapulted walkers at the tower.
10 out of 10. Phenomenal strategy.
Catapulting walkers. Now, what I want to know is, how did they explode though? Wasn't it? There was like when they hit, there was like an explosion.
Well, I'm not sure what happened.
My
there,
theory was that maybe they had either strapped some kind of explosive to the chest or something,
I mean,
or they had forced something like down their throat or something and thrown them, and then it was something that was detonated on impact.
Yeah.
Some kind of IED.
Yeah. They make them bite a grenade.
I mean,
Shove it, like pull the pin, shove it in their mouth, and there you go.
Yeah.
Could have been. You never know.
Oh, thanks, Linda.
But yeah, like the building, and when they have to show the scene, with the hell are those guys called? The stalkers. I keep wanting to call them the Reapers.
Yeah.
The stalkers, like they show like a far shot of the building and it's smoking, and I'm like, so how did they have an exploding zombie hit the building? Like, I'm just curious. Like, first you got a catapult.
Yeah. Which, by the way, like Renee pointed out in our pre-show, that thing's friggin' huge.
Yeah.
And it's old.
Horses?
Yeah, but like...
Yep. Well, that's how they carry. I guess that big cage that Sage kid was doing, when in the other episode, that Sage, he had brought that rack of walkers, and he was
Rack
pulling
of
out with the
walkers.
horse.
Sounds like an
Like
appetizer.
a rack of ribs.
Can I have a rack of walkers? Medium rare.
Oh, Chris Pie posted the cameo on Twitter. You peer
No,
pressured into it.
Oh my God. You're such a brat. I was not saying you should do that, Pie. Look at the smug little face you gave me. Way to make me feel bad. Unbelievable.
Well, now I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. Let me see. So Linda wants to know, who are these people who attacked the tower? So these are the people that Strand denied access. These are the stalkers.
The rejects.
Yeah, So
Arno.
the stalkers are the ones that Strand rejected, and I was not. Oh my God. I was not going to pass it around. I was going to show it to Renee and Ryan.
What a jerk, man. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting beat up now by Pie. Pie is verbally beating me up.
I don't see it on Twitter.
No? No. Maybe she's fibbing to make me feel bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, so the stalkers have attacked the tower with exploding zombies, somehow or another, with a catapult. So that was a very interesting way to attack the tower.
Yeah.
Inside there's turmoil still going on with Strand. You have June pretty much confirms that Strand has been poisoned. Blue something.
Methylene.
Yeah, blue.
Is it methylene blue or something?
Blue. And
methylene blue.
something, yeah,
I think
because
it's
he
methylene blue.
like throws it up, and she was like,
Yeah,
oh.
that's when June said,
Yeah.
they see it then.
And it was weird that June kind of like just knew off the she knew off the bat that that's what it was.
But that's because that's what they can take for the radiation.
Yeah, true.
If they get exposed. So I think I know the other characters have talked about it, so I assume the tower people, they may,
Yeah, it's just very weird that she was very quick to come up with that as an explanation. Unless when he puked out whatever he puked out, that was like the huge indicator to her.
Yeah,
and that's
I
the
think
only
it
thing
was.
it possibly could have been.
Right.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe, but yeah.
I think it was because
it was bright
it
blue.
was like his vomit was just pure blue, whatever.
Yeah.
Which was probably the dead giveaway to what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not a medical professional.
Yeah, I'm not a minute, and nor do I play one on TV.
Like a doctor.
Yeah. So now inside they're trying to figure out how to get comms to the people on the outside, because everything's been destroyed apparently in this catapult zombie explosion. Where it's seriously the damage that they say it did to this building. I'm beyond curious as to what they had stuffed up these zombies' asses to hit the tower and do this kind of damage.
Not even to mention the fact that they have to be on a higher up floor.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's what they said.
Like the 5th, 6th, 7th floor, something like that.
Hit like floor 3.
3 and 4, he
yeah.
said.
4, yeah, because they had to go down to the comm room, or to the where the radios were and all this stuff.
They don't really seem to be in a rush to evacuate when the lower floors are potentially damaged, that detrimental.
Right, and now there's access. They have walkers that are there's walkers in the elevator shafts, and I'm just like, were they always there? Were they part of the explosion? Were they just always chilling in the basement? I don't know.
Tiff, you said you can't see anyone?
Or they flung in.
Huh?
Tiffany said she made it, but she can't see anyone.
I made it, but I can't see anyone. Did you bring your glasses?
Weird.
Valid question.
Yeah. Did you turn the computer on?
Thanks, Dell Tech Support.
No, I want you to turn it off and turn it on again.
Yeah, that's it.
What, did you do it 6 times, spin around 3 times, and clap your hands?
She said pie, so she knows pie's here. I got it. Sorry. Okay, there it is. She found her glasses. So inside the building, we get sidetracked so easily. I love it. Inside the building,
Doesn't feel like we've been live for 20 minutes, huh?
No. Morgan went. They drew straws, him and Strand.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. basically Strand kept Mo baby, prisoner, and Morgan goes off into the communications room.
This is where the my first really grinds my guts comes into play here.
Let's hear it.
I had to prepare. This is how angry it made me, right?
All right.
They have him going soft.
Oh.
Strand.
Okay. Soft. Going soft.
He's like, oh, look at the precious little baby. No, you kill people in cold blood, and you're like, oh, look at the little baby. But then he makes a complete 360 again, and is ready. I'm not going to get ahead of myself,
no,
because we're going chronologically here.
Right.
But then he goes full Negan, or tries to go full Negan, and just is an asshole.
Right. Well,
Pisses me off. Make him a villain. Keep him a villain.
I mean, I think any point in time, no matter how bad you... I mean, look at Negan. Look at Negan with Coral. You know what I mean? Like, he went soft.
But that was always part of Negan's storyline.
Well, because of the comic.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Look, we were talking parallels, and sometimes it's just too many parallels. You know, with especially like with these season finales and season and series finales that have come up. There's just been too many parallels with too many of the same storyline, and just...
I mean, look at the governor, right?
Beating you over the head with the same shit over and over again.
The governor had the same thing, right? He's this badass villain who's going to kill everybody and blah, 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 whatever. Then you find out, oh no, his poor daughter got turned into a zombie, and now he's keeping her like a friggin' chia pet in a closet. And he has a soft spot for, like, obviously, I get it, it's your kid. Your kid's gone.
Yeah.
Kill her. Put her out of her misery. I would never want my kid to be like that.
But there's a lot of that. Through, like,
But that's what I'm saying. But like every villain has a soft spot.
Yeah.
And I get it. It makes him human. No, I want to see the sociopaths. I want to see the Dead Rising guy who, is in the gun shop named Cletus or whatever the hell his name is, who shoots me the friggin' shotgun every time I step foot in the fucking gun shop. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
I want to see the psychopath. I want to see the serial killers.
I know. I look, I get it.
I don't want to sympathize with him.
I don't sympathize with
I want to
Strand
hate
at
him.
all. Yeah.
No, but you have this like little flicker of doubt when you see him with a baby, and you're like, wow, maybe there's like a glimmer of a good person in there. And I don't want to think that.
Okay. So the fact that he even took Mo and lowered him down to Morgan was even worse?
Yes.
He gave up the baby?
Absolutely.
Because that was like his...
Because that was his leverage.
That's his leverage, yeah.
And he even admitted that he gave up his only leverage. He admitted that to Morgan.
Yeah. Well,
Hi, Lucy.
oh, Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
Hi,
You came in
Lucy.
at a great time.
Yeah, one of Ryan's tirades. It was good. It was a good one, though.
It was a good segment.
See, for once, I don't feel bad, because now for once, Ryan wants to see someone be a killer and sociopath. And, and usually you don't mind playing both sides of the field here. And I'm usually the one who's like, fuck it, kill him. I don't care.
Yeah.
So now it's nice to see that. I like that. Okay. Because I don't mind. You never really know where Strand is mentally in any episode, and I don't know if that's just a character that he's developed for himself, that's how he wants him to be portrayed, so that you're always second guessing everything, or like, is he just in that much inner turmoil with himself that he doesn't know who he wants to be either? Which I think part of this episode, with him seeing the portrait and not liking it, because he told her, I want you to, do you see this as I see it? I want, see who I really am. And that's, and I think that's really part of the issue, is he probably doesn't even really know who he is. And the fact that, the way that she drew it, I don't know, it didn't portray him the way that he saw himself. So, do we ever really know who Strand is? No, we really don't.
But again, I feel like that's just more parallels between like a lot of the villains of Walking Dead, more specifically Negan. You didn't know what he was going to be from episode to episode.
Yeah.
the shit that he went through with Coral. You know what I mean? Like the
Right.
way he treated him, and even some of the stuff that he did with Father Gabriel at certain points. You know, he almost seemed like when they were trapped was it the trailer or whatever the hell it was outside of Sanctuary, and you know, and he was talking to him about some of his past and stuff, and it's like you almost began to like kind of like empathize with him.
Yeah.
And then he just became an asshole, and again, and it's like this back and forth. I just want to see a villain. Is that hard? Is it?
I think Alicia has, you know, he said in the other episode that Alicia is like the closest thing to family to him, and I think that's why he keeps pushing her away, because she brings out that softness in him, you know, and because he cares about her. I mean, that's why he said he threw Will off. I mean, that's why he threw Will off the roof, was because, you know, she loved him, and you know, I think that I don't know. I just think that just makes him soft, because he knows, you know, she's important to him, and he hasn't had that for a long time.
Yeah. Even in the dialogue where you know, once Morgan makes it back, and then, you know, Strand passes out or whatever, you know, the dialogue that he's having with Morgan, where things, you know, that point of show where like you're like, wow, things are really, you know, this could work, this might possibly work, you know, like
It's a good thing I wasn't there when he woke up.
well,
How long have you been out? You've been out for 16 years, boss.
He's like, you know, you could have just threw me down the elevator shaft. He's like, you know, while I was out, but you brought June in, you know, and June gives the meds and says it wasn't enough or whatever. And they're having this great dialogue. Things are going great, and then all of a sudden, Strand looks down, sees the dye of blue on Morgan's fingers, and is like, "You try killing me, you son of a bitch," you know?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I thought that Morgan might win and throw his ass down.
Way too soon.
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, it looked that way.
Yeah.
You know, and then here comes Howard, the cowardly duck, to save Strand. You know, I'm not a big Howard fan. He's I don't know. He's just a pawn in Strand's game. I'm surprised he actually hasn't killed him yet. Honestly, to be honest, but
Yeah.
Strand needs a good pawn, and he's got one.
And Howard, right?
Yeah. I mean,
He's his little henchman that'll go do all of his dirty work for him. So,
Well, it's funny because it seemed like at the beginning of the episode, his trust in Howard was really waning, and it's kind of like, you know, teeter-tottering. And then, you know, obviously Howard had his nose stuck so far up Strand's asshole that he, when Morgan was doing what he was doing, you know, Howard could have very easily let it happen, and his life probably would have been in a much better position.
right.
But no, he's a brown noser, so of course he stuck up for him and pulled a gun on Morgan.
Yeah. So, and like, you know, and once again, we're going to talk about Morgan is annoying, Linda. Oh my God. Thank you. I am so tired of this man being like the news reporter of like the fucking Z-Pac. You know, like he questions everybody.
Oh yeah.
About who's this, who's that, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, and it's everybody. Every time you what, tell me what's wrong, tell me what this, tell me that. Like the episode with Alicia, I was like, oh my God, I want to gouge out my eyes. He's just like, I'm like, dude, you don't need to know every little detail about every little thing. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. Like I was hoping they were to throw his ass over the freaking tower wall. Like I was like, go do it. Throw Morgan over the tower. Please.
He won't do it.
Do it.
No balls.
Yeah. I dare you. You won't do it? Yeah, I didn't think so. You know, and of course he's saved.
well, even with June.
Yeah, Morgan's saved again. He's saved by oh my God. The
Alicia?
woman. Oh no. The one with the baby. Him and the baby. And Grace. Thank you. I don't know. I can't. Yeah, Grace.
Oh, Grace. That's right. Yeah.
So Grace is on the phone. You know, strike a deal. Blah blah blah. You know, I can identify the walkers that have the radiation poisoning, and I'm just like, when are we gonna kill somebody on this show?
Yeah.
You know, besides people that you haven't just introduced for an episode, when are we actually gonna kill people?
We're gonna kill people that are not just filler.
Yeah, it's like yeah, sure. We'll kill the guy that you have no relation to.
I mean, who's
You
the
just met him.
who's the last real big character they've killed off? John
John,
Dory.
yeah, it'd been
Yeah,
John.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, anybody we cared about, they killed Virginia,
yeah,
but I
I
don't
don't
think
give a shit
anybody
about
cared.
Virginia. I didn't care about Dakota. I
Yeah.
didn't care about Virginia. I didn't give a shit about any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of those,
Yeah.
but yeah. So yeah, John Dory would be the most. I think that would be the biggest one, and that's been quite a few episodes
Yeah.
ago.
So I mean, like a Morgan death. I mean, it would be absolutely devastating to everybody.
Lucy.
Yeah, he is. Thank you. He is a wet wipe. He's
And I really liked Morgan when he first crossed
Yeah.
over. I was
Sure.
like thinking that he was gonna be really cool, and I thought, man, this is gonna be awesome. He's gonna up the show, the fear show, and everything. And I was him and John. I loved their interaction when they first met and all that. I was like so excited, and then I don't know what happened, but he's just I'm just done with him.
even Linda says, "I'm so tired of Morgan. It's worse since he met Grace. I know everything is about Grace and the baby. I get the. I mean, I get the baby, but like so now Grace and the baby are gonna be at the tower. That's the deal we made, and Morgan is free again. And I'm just like, I'm so tired of this guy being this apocalypse boob. Like he's just boobing around, asking people questions about their personal shit. Like, go away, Morgan.
Very
Go get a life of your own.
Very sophisticated vocabulary you got. The real boob.
Yeah, you're a real drip. You know that, Morgan?
Is Morgan on Talking Dead this Sunday?
I don't know.
They just
If
so
he
they
is, I'm
had
not
they announced
watching.
that there were three. Yeah, there were three of them, and then they said they had a special guest. Then they announced that Lenny James would be on, but they still have another special guest. So, and they're supposed to have some big announcement on Talking Dead this week too.
Look, I love Lenny James.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but man, Morgan as a character, it's just got me to the point where I'm like, Morgan can't die. Morgan can't die. Please, somebody just kill Morgan. Can we end his story arc?
Either kill him or get his story back
That's what
on
I'm
track
saying.
again.
Okay, so you've saved Mo, you saved Grace. They're safe now. They're at the tower.
Yeah.
Freaking Strand wants to play baby daddy now. Bring me the baby. I'm going to introduce him to his new father. Like, all right, Darth Vader, relax.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just, I don't know, man. The storylines are just, I guess that's what grinds my gears. It's the freaking grinds my guts.
Yeah,
what grinds my guts is just some of these storylines, like bring me the baby.
Yeah.
Like the baby. What do you want?
Was
the
it
baby
Fat
for?
Bastard? Give me the baby.
Oh yeah. Let me eat your baby. Yeah, so it's like
big back ribs.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. Him now self-proclaiming himself as the father of the baby. It's just like, come on. Morgan's Morgan end up killing you one way or another. If you've seen next
or lead to your death.
yeah, or lead you to your death. Yeah, I mean, if you
doesn't have a great track record when people get close to him.
Yeah, I know. If you have already watched ahead, then you know, I don't need to say anymore, but like what's the next step in the series. But we'll talk about that next week anyway. And like here's the thing, like how are people always so close to one another in this barren wasteland?
I know.
You can't walk more than 100 feet without bumping into somebody. I thought it was the apocalypse.
Yeah.
But yet there is always somebody right there.
It seems like survivors see each other more than they see zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 'cause that's my question with Sarah when they had that episode. Like, why did they have to have a helicopter if they were within that short of a distance? Why did they need the helicopter then if they could have just walked? I
don't know. But it's like, what happened?
The flamingo ate your baby. Seinfeld.
Yeah, I mean, at least but believe me, there's a lot that grinds my guts about the next episode. A lot. And a lot of it has to do with, because we know that at the end of this episode, they introduce Alicia and the group that she's been running gangs with in the Z-Pac here. But I just, just the storylines are starting to get to me now. I'm like, I just want them to do something drastic, do something different that's really gonna make us all be like, finally, like a WTF moment. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, oh my god, somebody died!
Yeah.
Holy shit! You know, like somebody of substance that dies. You know,
Mm.
you know. I mean, kill Dwight. You know. Oh, Tiffy's here. Oh boy.
Oh no, don't Tiffy.
Oops. Don't kill Dwight.
Can't go back on that.
Yeah.
You can't unring a bell.
Don't kill Pizza Face, okay? We need him around a little longer.
Pizza face.
If his face was like melted mozzarella cheese.
I was gonna say melted cheese.
Sorry, Dwight fans.
Him and Sherry are gonna start a family.
Yeah,
they
they're
can't
gonna.
kill him.
I mean, you know, this will be the baby. We're gonna have another baby.
Perfect
Mo's
time.
gonna have a baby to play with. It'll be
So
babies
if he's
everywhere.
melted mozzarella, would the baby be like Baby Bill?
That was cheesy.
Thank you.
Ah,
I see what you did there.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff.
That joke really melted me.
Yeah, good times. Tippy said, "What the hot balls?"
Yeah.
That wasn't a very good a joke.
All right. Enough. We got more holes in Swiss cheese in this one.
All right. Damn it. That was good.
Okay. All right.
Linda said, "No, Dwight, kill
Yeah,
Morgan."
I love when Linda has a character in each show that she completely hates their guts
Oh,
because
yeah,
she
'cause
rides that
just-
wave until the day like they do die. You know, like
Yeah.
it,
And then she
mhm.
celebrates.
Yeah, and then she has a party. Like when Enid, when
When
Enid
Enid
died, oh my god, she threw herself like a New Year's Eve party.
Is it bad if like most of the main characters who died on like Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, like I can remember for the most part how they died. For the life of me, I cannot remember how Enid died.
She got, you know.
I don't think there's a spoiler. I think you could say
No, but I'm saying she, you know, on the bing, pop, bing. Boop. Well, not that. No, wait, no, not that. No, never mind.
You suck at charades.
I know. I meant like, you know.
The best part was I don't think that anybody could see what you
Okay,
did.
thank God.
For clarification, Chris did this. He went,
I only did it once though. I didn't do it twice. Okay.
I did it for emphasis.
Oh, all right. Wow. It was off camera, so that's fine.
I don't know if it was. I saw it in the
Oh, you
corner.
did?
I could see it. So
Okay.
I tried.
we'll see.
All right. You still don't know how she died?
Nope,
Oh my
got it.
gosh.
You got it?
Yep, got it.
Okay, you got
Okay.
it. I was gonna say if that didn't give it to you, I don't know what's gonna. Yeah. Shut up. So okay.
Out of context, probably that gif is gonna look terrible.
Oh my god, yeah, that's gonna look bad. And he holds a goal.
Oh, see, Fawn said she saw it.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. Linda said we can't see. Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
So
That one's gonna be hard to explain to the folks back home.
yeah. So the episode ends right at their camp.
Hmm.
There's walkers that come out of nowhere, like usual. And
They followed Morgan
yeah, they followed
They
Morgan
followed
and
Morgan.
Dwight and Sherry and the
in the
the
fog
merry band
and in
of what are they called again? Stretchers.
the dark horses.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's good. That's
Space Force.
Space Force. And they follow them back to the camp. They explode. There's radiation, blood, dust flying through the air.
no. They're shot. They're not. They don't just explode. They shoot.
Who shoots them?
The walkers.
Somebody shoots them. I thought they just combusted. Like one of their
I'm looking at
stomachs
it
looked
right
like it
now.
was just a
No.
big ball of.
They shot
Who
at him.
did? Oh, that's right. He goes, "Don't shoot, don't shoot." Right. Yeah.
Because Morgan sees
I
it, then
completely
says
forgot
don't
that
shoot,
part.
and they. Yeah, and then they blow. Then all the
Yeah.
radiation's floating around.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I forgot that part. Okay, that's on. That's on me.
Yeah.
That's my bad. So yeah, they were
Alright.
shot, and then bloody radiation mist went flying everywhere, and we have to flee.
Mhm.
We have to flee town. They give you a little glimpse of next
So-
week with Alicia. From what it looks like, well, I mean, I know what it looks like, but from what it looks like for who hasn't seen it, It's bringing you back to when she gets placed in the bunker. So there's going to be some backstory to that, and then bring you up to speed to present day.
Lucy.
What happened? So,
But one question I have about Alicia and is her group, is she leader of the stalkers, or have those people that went to the tower broken off? Because she said, Morgan said your people did this or whatever, and she said not anymore. So have they broken off from her group and formed the stalkers by themselves? No, because Dwight and Sherry. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud, and I'm not sure.
I think because Dwight and Sherry were approached by the stalkers,
Yeah.
I think the stalker
yeah.
group. Now there's so apparently, because if you go to next week's episode, Morgan does mention something about these not being, though we're not part of that group that attacked your tower.
Okay.
Because there's two conversations. There's the initial guy who calls and says, I want you to take my people in and give them refuge and all this other stuff, and he turns them away earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
And then that's when they get attacked by the catapult exploding zombies. This group is this is the group that was with Alicia in the bunker, that basically were Teddy's, it was Teddy's people, but she leads them how she wants them led, not any other way. I think she kind of like weeds out, I'm gonna assume she weeded out some of the shitbags and and whatever, and killed them. But yeah,
because I got that she was the leader of this group, because they said, as Sherry said, that he said, I want to meet him, or Morgan said, I want to meet him, and she goes, oh no, you meet her. And then he went to see her, but then he says about your people that attacked the tower, and she said they're not anymore, or something like that. So I was trying to to see if they broke off and called themselves the stalkers, or if that's her group. But
I agree, Pi. I think the stalkers is just lazy writing. Not a very original name.
Could have called them like the Peepin' Tommers. Look, it's the Peepin' Tommers. They're coming to look at what we have again. So, you want to talk about we'll talk about World Beyond, but do you want to lead off with the ending, the cutscene?
Doesn't matter to me. I don't know if people feel that's spoilerly or not.
Spoilerly?
I can't say that word, but do they feel it's spoilers? I don't want people to think that people that have
let me pose it to the group. So in the series finale, what? Who has the beer? What?
I was saying, was making fun because, like, hey, we have walkers, right?
The walkers.
Remember that one con?
Yeah.
And then I have the coolest name for their enemies.
So in the series finale of World Beyond, at the very, very end is a cutscene. It's not spoiler-ish. It really has nothing to do with the World Beyond.
Anything.
So that's why we feel safe about talking about it, leading off with that for the World Beyond. Now, Renee actually, because she does write for Undead Walking, her article, and I've watched a ton of YouTube videos. By a ton, I've watched probably at least 10 of them. And what Renee wrote really kind of like is one of the better, like, well-rounded articles, even compared to the videos that I've seen, because she hits all the points, and it brings everything into really good detail.
Yeah.
So, Renee, I don't know. I mean, do you want me to just kind of like skim through this, so or like, so?
Yeah.
Obviously,
obviously,
if you guys follow Renee, you can find her article.
And also, Renee, if you have the link, maybe copy and paste it in the chat.
Yeah, you can do that too.
People can follow along.
Yeah. So yeah, you know what? Go ahead and do that, and then put it in the chat. And if people want to follow along, they can. Just so it's not just me going through this. But it was the series finale was very good.
There's some story there. I think they could still do some developing on maybe in Tales or
Absolutely.
something. Unless
That's another thing that I like that
unless
you mentioned is that the Tales of the Walking Dead. There's a lot that they could really still dive into, and pull out of that.
Unless I wondered if on Talking Dead if they're going to announce a third season.
You think?
I don't know. I just thought of that when I was writing stuff today. I thought, I wonder if they would do that.
Or
I don't know.
Spinoff, like a direct spinoff.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
like
mean,
a direct sequel almost. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because look, I mean, see, now we're going to start talking about it, and I don't want to start talking about it, but you're right, because there's characters that are, still
it's sitting there.
and it's like.
But they could easily be done in a Tales.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be like a 1 episode kind of thing or something. They could easily do some kind of something with that. But okay, we'll stop talking about that. Go on.
Tiffany wrote Janus. That character Janus, she really hits it hard.
Fawn goes Jandis. Jandis.
Jandis. That character Jaundice?
Jaundice. She's a real yellow belly. Get it?
Oh boy. So
I'm full of great puns tonight.
Linda, of course, is about Rick Grimes. So actually, to tell you the truth, in the series finale, there is talk, not.
Linda's already watched it.
Yeah, I mean, there's talk, but it's not directly. Obviously, they never say.
It's not what people want. Not what people.
Yeah, not what people wanted at all. There is mention of, again, a person, but that's other than that. That's all you're getting.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were able to, and I believe the majority of people do know this, the difference between A and a B now, right? I mean, I would say everybody's pretty much caught on to that.
I would think so.
If you're an A, you're a test subject, and if you're a B, you're something else. You're military, or who knows, or something else.
Keep alive.
Keep alive, whatever. So, we have a pun special tonight. So yeah, with Renee's article, the season finale aired. It was going to air on December 5th. Obviously, for people who already watched it because of AMC Plus, that's a different story. She feels that there is more. Watching the finale, there's more story that could be told. So perhaps they will renew for a surprise third season, or this could be a story told via Tales of the Walking Dead, which will be a spinoff, where they're gonna basically just be episodes of new, old, future, who knows? But you'll get basically just a tale of the Walking Dead, and it could be with characters we know, and it could be with characters we never met.
Yeah.
So let me see. I just want to get about the spinoff story. Tales. All right. So Tales will be an anthology series that can tackle anything within the Walking Dead universe. These stories could be old, new, or future, and feature cast members or even new ones. So the scene opens. This cut scene. The scene opens with the, let me see, the scene opens some fantastic possibilities for a new series that will show what has taken place in other parts of the world during the apocalypse. This is content that we all need, and I agree with that. This is content because we've always been wondering what's happened everywhere else. And this cutscene kind of gives you insight that it's been global, and the fact that it might have even happened outside of the U.S. Maybe it's possible that it didn't even happen here, and it started out somewhere else, and we'll get to that. The other outstanding aspect of this is that we are going to see some much different walkers in whatever the scene ties to. Gone are the slow-moving, brain-dead walkers, and in its place will be this variant that has speed, strength, and was that memory retention we saw. I don't. You know what? I think it was. I really think it was, which is weird.
Yeah, because it was immediate. It wasn't. There was no hesitation.
Yeah. It was a direct turn and go, and I mean, and hitting the door. You were watching that steel door. It was actually like vibrating,
bowing, and exactly.
So let's see. I don't see how this will tie into the flagship series as this is in France. How would the variant get to the US? If we look back to season 1, Wildfire, and TS19, we can recall that Dr. Jenner was up to. We can see what Dr. Jenner was up to at the time, and get some insight into what the French had been up to as far as the research.
Didn't he also believe that they were really close to a cure?
Yes.
He said the French were the closest to a cure.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Renee actually
Touches on that.
Yep. He states that he hasn't seen anything like the variant the French have described. Rick and the group headed to the CDC because there were rumors that they had been working on a cure. The group was disappointed when they found only the doctor left to continue research for a cure. Jenner shared that the French were the last holdouts and thought they were a closer solution. This makes the post-credit scene more interesting and ties into The Walking Dead with the footage of Jenner.
Do we think that whatever the French were trying to do to develop a cure caused some kind of mutation in the walkers and caused this variant to form?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
that's pretty much. I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
The guy even says that he blames it on that there's teams, which I think I mentioned it. There's Primrose. He asks about them, and the gal says, "No, I was with Violet." And he's like, "Well, all of the teams are responsible for this." And he goes, "You guys created this, and then you made it worse."
Yeah, and then
So-
Fawn actually just brought she said it was memory retention. When she was watching it, she goes, "I was like Morgan's wife coming home every night."
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, there's a lot of things that are missing. Obviously, now, if you watch the first season again, there's so many things that have changed with the walkers. You know, I mean, at one point when they leave through the bottom of the jewelry store, when they actually leave and they escape, those walkers were banging on glass doors with rocks.
Yeah.
They had rocks in their
Yeah,
hands. They were
they did.
using rocks. You know, they were faster. You know, I mean, in the earlier seasons, in the very first season, they were faster. They were capable of holding things. I think even somebody screenshot. I don't know. It had to have been a mistake, but somebody even screenshot one of the zombies drinking something. I think it was like, yeah, I swear he's like this in the crowd. And I mean, it had to have been like during like a cutscene or something, but
Yeah.
it was just all the, like I said, all the videos I was able to watch. People were like so specific on the catch, like all these things on how much that they've changed since the beginning.
So Pi, you know, to kind of go off your question about how would the mutated virus go from France to the USA, though there's no travel between continents on The Walking Dead. Well, we don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, we know that, you know, people like the CRM, they have helicopters. You know, boat travel, you know, even if they're not running on like, you know, conventional ships that would take, you know, a couple days to get from Europe to the United States, you know, even if they were on a ship that could take a couple weeks, they could still get there. It might be hard.
If they have fuel for helicopters.
Yep. And honestly, the belief from the way the infection works is it would only take one person who was infected with this variant, and if it works the same way like Jenner explained that it worked in the U.S. where everybody's infected, if everybody's infected with this variant in France, all it takes is one person to go from France to U.S., and depending on how the infection spreads, whether it spreads through the air, is it spread through water, you know, like how is it spread? We don't really know that. You know, we do know that the bite will activate it, and you know it'll cause the infection to flare, the fever to swell, kills the person, and they reanimate. But depending on that,
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, so the thing is, which I mean, after he reads more, you'll get more of this, but if you do the timeline on the videos so the videos in season 1 that we saw Jenner talking, he was in zone 5. And the ones that France get, he was in zone 1. Well, by the time Rick got to the CDC, everything was destroyed except zone 5. So that shows you that the variant, when he first mentions that in these videos, the French people are loading, he's like, your variant, we've not heard anything about this. So if that was the case, if it had been from France to the US, all of the walkers would now be this crazy strength, huge variant. You know what I mean? We've never seen that on any of the series anywhere. We've not seen these even groups of walkers that are super strong, super fast, and smart.
My thing is, I wonder if it couldn't be that this variant developed a long time ago in France, and it was self-contained to Europe because they were landlocked from the United States. And now we fast forward however many years, and somebody has now successfully made the voyage from France to the United States, and now
But this is in for. I mean, this is definitely in for. It's in for like it's the in because they're speaking the language. It's written on there. The computers, everything. This video is a French
wow, okay.
video. I mean, it's a film. Yeah, it's definitely because even the computer, like all the things when she's downloading, everything's in French. Like even the Microsoft, whatever it is, it's all in French. So this isn't any clip from the States.
Airlines.
So.
So Renee in her article it says in Wildfire, Jenner stated that it had been 194 days since wildfire was declared and 63 days since the outbreak went global. We are never told the exact date when communications ceased, so the videos the French are looking at were recorded before the 194-day mark. He did say that he had been in the dark for a month, but it's unsure if this meant contact with others in the U.S. or worldwide. In comparing the videos, Wildfire, Jenner was in Zone 1 and in the new clip, and in Zone 5 during the season clip. He told Rick in the group that Zone 5 was all that was left, and by the time they arrived. All this does is verify that the new scene shows earlier footage of Jenner's recordings. Because his wife is still alive as well, because he keeps saying the other Dr. Jenner. There are words spray painted on what appears to be an air duct in the new scene, which it reads. I'm not going to read it because it's in French.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But it translates to "the dead were born here."
Les
like
morts sont nés ici. I apologize, Linda. It's been a while since I've had to speak French.
Yeah. So yeah,
Les morts sont nés ici. Yeah.
So go to France and just keeps repeating that as you walk up and down the sidewalk with a cup for money
In front of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. So it translates to the dead were born here. Does that mean we're going to get to see where the outbreak started? The scene shows a woman who we learned is a doctor downloading Jenner's videos to a laptop. A man enters and points a gun at her, stating that they were referring to the doctors and scientists started this and then worsened it. So referring to the outbreak. So this guy, he comes in the room, puts a gun to the back of her head, and it was irritating to try to read their dialogue and then keep following what Jenner was saying on the recording, because they kept that going while they're having this conversation. I'm like, I had to watch it like 3 times. And I'm like, what's going on? It was a little, but so you're right. This is a bit confusing as Jenner's timeline has the virus going global after it began in the U.S. The conversation continues, and we learned that some time has passed since the doctors were doing their research. So perhaps this scene is in a timeline near the Walking Dead story. Perhaps. He talks about a group named Primrose, but the woman says that she was a part of Violet. Apparently, there were several other teams, and at some point, some of them traveled to Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio. Okay. For a conference pre-outbreak. These teams are who the man deems responsible for the outbreak and possibly the inventors of the variant Jenner mentions. He states the most involved had been imprisoned, but now anyone involved will be killed. This is the guy, obviously, with the gun. And while all the dialogue is interesting, that isn't the most exciting thing about the scene. The man shoots the woman, and in a little over a minute, she reanimates into a walker that we've never seen in the Walking Dead universe before. She is fast, strong, and seemed to remember that the man who shot her left via the door we see her pounding on so hard with her hands, so hard that her hands begin to bleed. So Renee says, the question poses, is this what we're going to see in the future of the Walking Dead universe? Something of these variants, maybe, on the spin-offs and everything else they have. I mean, it's it's interesting. I mean, it's going to bring in that kind of World War Z aspect. I mean, I don't know if they'll be that fast, but
Those
yeah,
suck,
I mean,
yeah.
World War Z
Those are fast.
is Linda. I was reading Renee's article on Undead Walking. So if you want to read the whole thing, you just go to Undead
I
Walking.
posted the link up
Oh,
there.
you did?
I did somewhere. If she looks back in the
Okay.
chat.
You know what's really funny? Speaking of a nod to like other TV shows, you watch Z Nation? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Remember the big cheese wheel? You know when they were in the globe?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all the entire time. That's all I saw was the
Yeah.
giant cheese wheel.
Yeah, when they're in the globe and they're in the, that's Silas and
Elton.
in the giant globe. Wait, can we talk about that?
Yeah, that was.
That was the episode that aired.
Okay. All right. Just
I was very careful not to.
yeah. I just wanted to make
I
sure.
think right. I was good, Renee.
I think so. Yes. If not, it's out there, so it doesn't matter.
Damn it.
I think we're fine.
Try not to.
Or even another parallel with the fast moving zombies. Even the different variants in Zombieland 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you saw the different zombies that were, I forgot what the hell they call them.
What, in Zombieland 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like something because that's what Oscar played
Yeah.
was
He was
a.
like a C300 or some shit like that, or
Yeah, they were
Z300.
I feel like it was a T
Yeah,
something.
T.
Like
C300.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a car.
T9000.
Right, it is.
C300's a car.
My bad. Lucy, would you stop? Damn it. We're getting back on track here. We are a family-friendly show.
According to who?
What? T800.
T800.
They were T800.
There we go. See, I was close enough.
Yes.
Hater.
So, all right, I just want to make sure we're going to talk about the right episode. World Beyond.
I'm just gonna start off by saying that I'm completely lost.
Why?
That episode, I'm all caught up, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I kind of feel that way in almost every one of their episodes. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yes, and I'm not saying I don't like it. I actually really do enjoy the episodes, but I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I like it, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaundice, by the way. I mean, her
Jaundice.
Jaundice is doing a great job. Pollyanna is doing a great job of being a bad guy.
She is.
Yeah.
I'll give
A
her
cold-hearted bitch.
Yeah, I want to give her big
Yeah.
props on that.
Yeah. I think the hairstyle kind of sells it a little bit more, you know.
I hate it so much.
It's
I hate it
terrible.
so much. I mean, I almost hate the haircut more than I hate Iris. Because man, I can't stand that.
That's saying
Is
something.
is Pollyanna gonna be at the camp?
I don't know.
She was last year.
Yeah, she was last year. I don't know. I mean, she could be. She might not be. They might just be waiting to do the announcement.
If that is the case, I really hope, because I love and adore that woman,
This is
that
over.
she does not have that haircut for May.
This is over now. So yeah, and I mean, she won't be filming it.
Yeah, they would have stopped filming.
Yeah,
for
I
a
was just
while.
hoping that the hair grows out a little bit.
Sure, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably first on her list. It's
Well, she had shaved her head. Remember, I
Yeah.
shared that
Yeah.
with you guys. She had shaved
oh
her
no,
head
it's
for some
very
filming.
evident that
Yeah.
head has been shaved down to like, what I probably get at the barber.
What do you do it to?
Look good. I don't know. It's like a zero fade,
Mm.
but
Yeah, I was gonna say that's zero. That's not a.
she probably does that's like a 2 or 3 on the side of her head right now.
Mm. Fawn.
Well, her hair looks like, dude, don't worry. Yeah, exactly. It's
Yep.
Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, I don't know. So like the lead up episode to the series finale, I don't know. It didn't do much for me. I mean, the doctors escape. The scientists or doctors, whatever you will call them, they get out. So curious to see her in Talking Dead on Sunday. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, we'll get to see her hair too.
That's
So
true. Yeah.
it's probably grown out a decent amount since then, or she's wearing a wig, whatever, one of the two. But yeah, I mean, anybody got any questions about this episode? Anyone?
The only thing that I have about the episode that I thought was really cool was the frozen walkers.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just more of this episode was just the lead up to the series finale. I mean, it set up the storyline for everyone to escape.
Yep.
And get out. I'm actually just more than anything, I'm looking forward to next week being able to talk about the series finale because there is a ton in the season finale to talk about.
I do feel like this episode was a lot of setup, a lot of leading up to kind of like getting all the pieces where they have to be. So I think the season finale is going to be really good. But I think it's just a matter of getting to that point, and the episode for me just wasn't. I wasn't like edge of my seat going, oh, what's going to happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
mean,
the finale I thought was really good, and it honestly made me I want to hear more story.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the thing that we talked about. Is like, hopefully we'll get that with the Tales of the Walking Dead.
Some way, yeah.
I mean, you got Silas taking care of his boss or whoever, the Huck's husband. Is that's her husband, right?
Dennis. Yeah, Dennis.
So, he had been shot. The kids, the kids miraculously pulled a bullet out with a pair of needle nose pliers. Very basic stuff that we see happen on these shows all the time, where bullets are just extracted, lives are saved,
and any infection besides the zombie infection doesn't exist.
Nope.
So
no,
and antibiotics are in such abundance that they have miraculously cured every disease.
Well, you have to go at least a 3-mile radius to find them. You got to go search for the antibiotics. Everything is always it's about half an hour away, 3 miles on foot. Silas, actually, I will say that I did find that he did become my favorite.
I've loved him since beginning of this season. Let's say this season I've loved him.
Exactly.
Which one's Silas again?
The big kid.
Oh, okay.
The bigger
kid, the one,
long hair.
And I even like him, even though I can never remember his name.
I can never remember any of their names. That's why I will ask a million times.
Yeah.
So which one? Which one do you like?
Kid, the little Elton, yeah, right? Yeah, the little scrawny one who's like the Eugene of the group.
Yeah. With his tuffy suit.
Yeah. His corduroy jumpsuit, whatever the hell that thing was. But yeah, just as we're talking about injuries and being hurt and stuff like that, it's like, are we really this desperate not to let someone die? Or I don't know. Yeah, I guess he served a purpose for the finale. But it's just like, man, not that where he got shot is like a life-ending wound. I mean, untreated, sure.
But he'd be bleeding a lot more, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, pouring some alcohol that you found in a cupboard on it, and then, burning some freaking pliers you found, or whatever the hell med kit you found. You found a med kit. You're always going to find a med kit. Guys, just remember, if you're ever in a zombie apocalypse, people will always be around you no matter what. You're always going to find a med kit. And you're gonna survive. You're gonna live through it all.
Don't even worry about it. Just don't even think about it. It's gonna happen. It's fine.
Good stuff.
And it pissed me off too, right? So they have to have they have to have like a knife or something. Like one of them has to have a pocket knife or something, right? It's got to be easy to find some form of a heat source. But no, we had to wait for the medical instruments.
Yeah.
To do whatever the fuck we wanted to do there. And I get it to pull the bullet out. But by the end of the day, as long as that bullet is not absolutely destroying your insides,
you don't have to remove it.
You don't have to remove it.
Yeah.
My thing is that learning about triaging in that instance, the most immediate issue is he's going to bleed out. So in a real situation, you want to cauterize the wound.
Yeah.
Get a pocket knife, get something metallic, heat it up, and sear that bitch.
Yeah.
But no, we're just gonna leave a gaping wound and hope that he doesn't bleed
Well,
out.
because the bullet, I mean, you get antibiotics for the infection, but
Yeah.
the bullet will work its way out.
Correct.
Over time.
Yeah, and you know, as long as you are confident that it's not destroying, it's not rupturing something like your kidneys or whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna live.
And that's not a life-threatening injury.
Most people that die from a gunshot wound die because of loss of blood.
Yeah.
Not because the bullet's wreaking havoc in your body.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know.
And then it begs the question: what size caliber bullet did he get shot with?
Yeah.
If you get shot with something like a 9mm, it's not going to be as deadly as something else. But you know what I mean. Like it.
Yeah, it's not like in close range shot with a shotgun or something.
Yeah, like a slug. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. Pie.
Fucking Mike comes in with the fucking zingers.
Pie says I can't find meds in my house, even on a normal world. Exactly. That's part of the problem. I mean, you know, but obviously
I could barely find aspirin when I need it. And these assholes are finding antibiotics and shit.
Well, they have the stashes and like the safe houses and stuff, you know, like the CRM has these places all over the place with stuff just stored up and stocked. You know, believable, sure, because it's like, you know, I get it. They've had time to do this, the people to do it, doctors, scientists, whatever.
That's where hot balls.
So yeah, you know, I guess it makes it a little bit more believable with the CRM being a part of it, but in a natural day, it's not happening.
Pie, the gun go boom. Yes, very good Pie. It does.
So yeah, I mean, the episode, like I said, as a whole, was just more of like a setup for next week. They kidnap the one doctor's kid there. I don't know if they kidnap. Yeah,
Mason. It's Mason. That's actually Major Beals.
Oh,
Major Beals' son. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the guy that nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, because there are little conspiracies that it's Rick Grimes. I'm like, it's not Rick
Yeah.
Grimes.
And then,
Plot twist: it's actually his adopted son,
Yeah.
but it is Rick Grimes.
well, that's what I'm saying. Well, God, it would have to be his adopted son. This guy's a freaking teenager.
Well, yeah, and that's what everybody. Anyway, it's just people have said that. But
so yeah, I mean, whoever Beale is, so that's his kid. They now have him for basically like ransom. You know,
yeah,
their,
hostage. Yeah,
it's their get out of shit town free card.
Yeah, well, it worked because Jada's really. I mean, she was really freaking out about it.
Yeah,
so Beale must be quite the.
Person. We find out obviously later on next week that, you know, that's Jadis's way of doing things is by saving people to save her ass, basically. So that's what she does. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah.
I really, you know.
Well, it'll be better conversation next week.
I mean, because it kind of just
true.
Blah.
Yeah, there's a lot going.
Yeah,
you know.
It's blah.
Like I said, my favorite part was the frozen zombies. That was literally my favorite part.
Yeah, which was different. It was nice to see.
It was cool. I didn't expect it when what's his name, when he went to go hit one of them in the head. I forgot his name.
Who, Percy? Was it Percy?
Felix. Was it Felix?
Right, Felix.
I said Felix, but Ryan's still making.
Well, because I suck at names, and it probably is Felix, but I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like hits him with something, and he goes, "Oh, they're frozen." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's pretty cool."
Yeah.
And then finally, he throws one of them on the ground and stomps him in the head. I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
It reminded me of You ever watched it's a really, really, really shitty movie from like Sci-Fi Channel or something, and it was Jason X, I think it was. And it was about Jason in space.
Jesus, yeah.
And he takes the doctor and he puts her head in the liquid nitrogen, and then slams it and it like shatters in a million pieces. That's kind of what that reminded me of.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't kidding! What a shit movie.
Oh, but it was great. It was one of those terrible sci-fi movies that's so bad you want to watch it.
Yeah. Why did this guy bring Valtrex?
What the fuck is Valtrex?
I don't know.
Damn it, Mike. I'll look it up
Um,
now.
Let me see. Linda says, I was thinking maybe this Beal is dead in Jace's plan.
No, because Elizabeth went to see Beale.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why she was gone. She got sent to Beale, and then Jadis got sent here. So I don't know.
Valtrex is
But
an
I would think,
antiviral drug that can treat herpes, shingles, cold sores, and genital herpes. It can
Oh.
also treat chickenpox.
Okay.
well, Daryl had that in that little bag that Merle, he had Merle's meds. I bet it was in there. For the clap, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
But Linda also said that we'll never know who Beale is. But I wonder, I mean, if he's that important, he could show up in the movies
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
especially
you know,
the way that they talked about him.
Yeah, and the CRM, I don't think we're done hearing
No.
about them. I mean, I just feel like it's coming up again somewhere, somehow.
I mean, I want to bring Elton gets to have a little hero moment in the episode where he saves Silas. That the guy that he was friends with at one point, has him at gunpoint, and basically he said, he's saying you're one of them, you're one of the people who are trying to, help out, the scientists, the doctors, and help out your friends and all this other stuff. And then Elton comes up behind him and clocks him in the back of the head, knocks him out. They're able to get into the med room, get the meds, and then that guy gets eaten by the walkers. So I mean,
Here's the cheese wheel.
Then your big, it is a fun scene where they get inside the globe. I mean, good thing they had that downhill momentum, because I don't see you realistically being able to keep that thing running over pile
a
up
person,
of,
yeah.
zombies or
Yeah.
walkers. It's a giant steel ball.
It's like a globe.
Yeah, so I mean, in order to keep that thing moving, you need some downhill force. Because, like I said, I mean, I think if you hit one of them, you're just gonna stop.
It's like a wheel chock.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, that was cool. It was different. Nice something to see. That was.
They did a great parking job of the globe.
Not the norm. It wasn't the norm, which was cool.
What would they have done? Please, all right, grind my guts. Let's do this. What would they have done if the escape hatch on that thing landed on the ground? They wouldn't have been able to get out. They'd been rocking the ship like Jack Sparrow rocking the ship in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Trying to get, yeah, you're right. Yeah, well, I guess it's all in the planning, right?
No, it's all in the writing, is what you mean.
Well, yeah. Once again, I mean,
good Mike.
What happened? Ryan says I can only take. What are you, his doctor?
I am giving medical advice, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
About cauterizing GSWs.
We did see Percy die in this episode. He does die. He gets shot during the standoff, where we have you have Jaundice, who has you have Jadis, who has everybody hostage. That Weasley, that whatever that dude is, that Captain Asshat. I can't stand him.
Captain Asshat.
I can't stand him. Such a pompous fuck, man. Like, good lord.
Yeah, he is.
I just can't stand his ass. And then, Beale's son there, what's his name again?
Mason.
He runs off. Percy goes chasing after him. There's a bunch of gunfire that takes place. Huck pretty much exposes herself as being part of the crew there and helping everybody out. She pops two soldiers, kills two soldiers, and which sets up a nice altercation for possibly later on down the road. Not really sure, but I would imagine that maybe that would happen. Phrasing.
Accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Linda, you know what? This is, and let me tell you something. Oh, I really have to put this out there. There has been some terrible, I mean terrible, fake crying. Like, crying, obviously it's fake, but there's been some terrible crying scenes. Like, Linda says it. She goes, Iris, her fake tears. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, when like God, there's no like raw emotion.
Yeah.
You know,
It,
it's
it,
like
it doesn't feel natural.
at one point I think they all hug her,
Yeah.
and she's like not even making any expressions. She's just in the middle of the group, like with her head tucked down.
Yeah.
Like she's not even crying. I'm just like, goodness.
Maybe that's one of the reasons too that like I just find it very hard to just keep track of this like the show. It's just because some of the emotions they don't seem real, they don't seem genuine, they don't seem fake, or they seem fake.
Yeah.
But too, we saw Huck really emotional over Dennis, and then they cut to Iris, and there was
Right,
nothing.
yeah.
You know, I think that was because Huck, that was very believable.
Yeah.
She was seriously upset
Right.
about him, and everything going on, and yeah. So then they cut over to Iris, and she's just like, "Yeah, I'm really sad." It's like, I don't believe you.
Yeah. I mean, Huck was like who I gravitated to most at the beginning of like the series, and even after like finding out, that it was she's been an innocent bystander of the plot set by her mother the whole time.
Yeah.
So I never really had a reason not to like Huck. She was always like, but Silas, I don't know, just for some reason he's just a likable character to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about him. I don't know if it's just the fact that like he's I don't know, he's like the Jerry of The Walking Dead. He's like the Jerry of like the what, not that he's chipper or anything. It has nothing to do about like his personality being chipper or anything like that. I just think it's I don't know. I just think it's his stature and like maybe who he will end up being more like in his future. So I like he's always been like the Jerry for me when we talked about characters that we thought that mimicked each other,
like parallels. Yeah.
So but other than that, it's a pretty good it's a good, the ending is where you get all your meat and potatoes, and it sets up for next week, which is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
We'll have
I saw the
a lot
preview and
more.
it looked good.
Yeah, we'll have a lot more to talk about. And for next week.
Yeah, we'll have season finale and a mid-season finale.
Yeah, I got a lot of grind in my guts about Fear next week. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A lot of grind in my.
I'll be watching that in the morning. So
got a lot of grind in my guts about next week with Fear. Yeah. So, other than that, has anybody watched Hawkeye yet?
I have actually.
Has anybody caught up on the Disney series with Hawkeye? Pretty good. They dropped the first 2 episodes.
Yep.
It starts off. Everyone says, starts off slow. Well, I mean, it's a Hawkeye series. I don't know how fast they want it to start out, but you got to be able to introduce people. It's not like they could just open up the show and be like, "Hey, you know me, I know you, cool." That's not how it works. There's got to be dialogue, and you got to build a story.
Has Carlos Navarro been in yet? Because he's
part of the gang there. Oh my God.
The tracksuit gang.
The tracksuit gang.
The tracksuit
gang.
The
tracksuit gang.
They all wear tracksuits.
Yeah.
And they bro a lot.
Yep, bro. They're like, I don't know, and they're like either Albanian.
They look like Albanian almost, like one of like the Baltic countries.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, no, it's
we got you, bro.
if you get to watch it, if you have the ability to watch Hawkeye, I would definitely say watch the first 2 episodes. Very good. Anything else that anybody's been watching? Or I mean, Eternals. We talked about Eternals, but Eternals is I thought it was good.
Did we talk about Eternals?
I don't know if we did or not.
I don't think so because I was away.
Yeah, I don't think because we didn't meet last week. So I think you guys were.
You and I talked about it at our Friendsgiving.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Talked here about it.
Eternals is a good watch.
Yep.
Sets up a ton of stuff for the future.
People shit on it, but I actually really enjoyed Eternals.
Yeah, well, once again, people shit on it because it wasn't Endgame.
That's exactly it. But the Endgame is the culmination of 10 years of Marvel movies coming to a head. We're essentially having these core movies that are setting up the next phase of the Marvel universe.
Oh, look! So hold on, real quick. It's Lucy's bloody birthday this Saturday.
What's the difference between a birthday and a bloody birthday?
Well, it's my bloody birthday this Saturday. So we'll have to remember to wish Lucy a happy birthday on Saturday.
We
Yes,
will.
But not
definitely
before
will.
then. You don't. Not
Yeah,
before
we
then.
don't. We don't do
We
that.
don't
Look,
do that. No.
look.
We don't do that birth week.
You want to know what grinds my gears?
What, birth month and birth week?
No, what grinds my.
You gotta say it right. It's
I'm
your
sorry.
guts.
Want to know
Yeah,
what grinds my
stop
guts?
trademarking
Right,
it.
I'm
Right?
sorry. Want to know
Right.
what grinds my guts? Is people wishing you a happy whatever, like 2 days before it happens.
Just so they don't have to do it on your
Just so you
birthday.
know, no, like happy, like let's just say for Thanksgiving this past week. You know, how many people wish me a happy Thanksgiving like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, see, like I say, if I know I'm not going to see you,
Right. But I'm talking about like a Facebook message.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, on social media. Like, what, you couldn't wait until the day of? You're gonna wait a minute. Are you like, you got a list you're working off of that's so long you need to start on Tuesday?
Maybe they do. Maybe they got a lot of friends.
Then don't worry about me. I'll be okay. I can wait until Thursday. I don't need to tell you Tuesday, 2 days before the holiday. You know, hey, have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll take the solid 10 seconds on the day of to send you a text. I can do that. I'm capable. I don't have a list that long, I guess. I don't know. It just kind of like, I'm like, can we get to the day?
would you say that you correlate yourself with the Grinch at all?
Shut up. I'm just saying, like, think
Speaking
about
of
it.
characters that
But,
parallel
like,
each other,
But like, think about it. Yeah, happy Easter, Chris. Thanks. Yeah, kiss my ass pie. How about that? Like,
Pie.
you know, like think like Christmas is coming. Do you know how many people are gonna say Merry Christmas?
on December 15th.
I'm gonna be like, what? Can we get to the holiday? I get Christmas Eve. That's fine. You can tell me Christmas Eve. That's fine. You know?
I'm gonna start sending Chris Christmas cards.
Yeah. Like holy.
I'm gonna send
crap.
him
Get
Christmas
one a
and
week.
June cards.
Oh Jesus, man! It's
Christmas
just,
and July.
God, it's just like, can we hold it? Can we just wait?
Somebody please take a screenshot of Chris tonight and like Photoshop a hat on top of it, like a Santa hat and like Merry Christmas or some shit,
I was
please.
just like, can we just let the holiday happen?
Lucy got you. She said she'll wish you Merry Christmas on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, perfect. That would be great. That gives me time to catch up.
You really think? I feel like you're being a real Grinch. I don't know.
Over,
If someone just takes the time, whether it's a day or 2 days before, who cares?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just like an OCD thing with me. I don't know.
It's okay, Grinch.
But it's not Grinchy at all.
I-
It's Thanksgiving, number one. It has nothing to do with
Grinchy.
Christmas.
Little Grinchy.
Who wants to watch Ryan get smacked?
Well, we could all start wishing Chris a happy birthday now because it's not till July, so then we can really.
Yeah, I mean, like, people who wish me.
Where do we draw the line? Damn it!
I think if you do, I wouldn't mind a solid like 8 to 10 hours before. That'd be okay. But 2 days, man.
So noted. At 4 p.m., the eve of your birthday, I'm gonna wish you a happy birthday. All right. At 4:01 p.m.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Happy Halloween on Valentine's Day.
And do you read what Tiffy said? She said you have to say her bloody birthday in a British accent, otherwise she sounds like she's having a Carrie moment.
Yeah. That's actually probably very true. Happy bloody birthday,
Yeah.
See, like me personally, like if
you
someone
filthy animal.
if someone takes time out of their day, whether it be a day before or 2 days
Oh,
before,
all right.
I appreciate that they took the time.
All right. Well, that's you and me, okay?
Okay.
I didn't say I didn't appreciate it.
Sugar and spice.
I didn't say I didn't appreciate
And
it.
Renee is everything nice.
But I'm just saying, can we just pump the brakes a few hours more? Can we make it to at least a day before?
Let me ask you a question. How does it adversely impact you? How does it negatively impact you if someone
It
does
makes
this?
me twitch. It literally makes me twitch. When I see too much of it, I start getting twitchy. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with everybody? Can we let the holiday happen?
You can't control how other people feel, and you can't control what other people do, but you can control how you feel and what you do.
Okay. So I
So,
twitch.
so you control your twitch.
Yeah.
You choose to twitch subconsciously. Choose to twitch.
It like, makes me tick a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take and fucking whack me in the arm?
It might happen. It might happen. You're making me itch, let alone tick.
Am I?
Yeah, I'm starting to get real itchy.
Where are you itching?
Right around my knuckle area.
Let's scooch over a little
Get
bit.
right up and just beating. That's good TV.
Damn it, Mike.
Who is this person?
That's Mike.
Mike, he used to work with us.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know what this is. Oh, Steph just
Hey,
popped
Steph.
on.
Steph's here. She made it out of work. She's on a potty break. She's on a potty break.
Oh, thanks, Pi.
Yeah. What happened?
When I call myself Sugar, you called you Spice, and I called Renee Everything Nice.
Of course.
We'll make that our Christmas card. That'll be our Beauty and the Beast
Yeah, I
Christmas
like that
card.
idea.
Yeah, that's
a good idea.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Very good. Can we send it out 2 days before Christmas?
Yes, we can, Christopher. We have to make sure it reaches everybody.
All his birthday presents need to be wrapped in Christmas paper.
He said wait till May, and I said we can celebrate Chris's birthday a month and a half early, and so then he said, but all the presents have to be in Christmas wrap.
Unbelievable. I'm just saying, don't rush. Basically what I'm saying is don't rush it. Why do we gotta rush everything?
I don't see it as rushing. I see that they're taking the time out of their busy day because they're not sure if they're going to have the time the day of.
All right, and I see it as rushing.
Okay.
I said people rush everything these days.
I didn't know you
People
were.
rush the holidays.
I didn't know you were Russian.
We can't. Oh my god.
Oh my
And even like it starts. You know what it starts with? It starts with the marketing and the shit at the stores. That's what it starts with, and then people just grab that shit and run with it.
Mm.
Yep.
And it's like everything is rushed. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So what I mean?
Got a nice target I'm looking at.
No, stop it. Don't do it.
Oh my goodness. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good to let everybody go and be free.
Probably we've been rambling on about nothing for quite a while, but
it happens.
it's all right. That's good.
It's
They didn't
it's
leave.
July, Linda. July 5th. What? Rush is a great brand. Yeah, Ryan's he's on a roll, all right. He's on a roll, all right. Wait until the camera's off. He's gonna be on a roll out the door.
See, you're right. It does take 2 minutes on the day, but like for me, I have a terrible memory as it is, and that's not an excuse. It's the truth. I have a terrible memory. So if I see something that indicates like, oh, hey, your birthday's tomorrow, I might wish you a happy birthday the day before because I know that I'm probably gonna forget, and it's nothing to do with how I care about the person or whatever have you. I just have a shit memory, and honestly, and
Mm-hmm.
to kind of be real about it, ever since I had my first seizure in Atlanta, my memory's been even worse.
Right.
Like really bad.
Yeah.
And there's been times like where my manager, like, we'll have a conversation and it'll be like, we talked about this last week, and I'm like, no, we didn't. And he's like, yeah, we did. And I'm like, no, we didn't. And he's positive we did. And maybe we did. I don't know. But for me, if I'm thinking about it in the moment, I might say it like a day before, 12 hours before, so that way I don't forget, because I don't want you to think I forgot.
Fine, I'll give you a pass. Okay? You get a pass.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Great. Thanks, bud.
I'll let you get a pass. I'll let you fucking wish me Merry Christmas on the 22nd if it makes you happy.
Oh, thanks.
Because you're selfish and you don't have time for me on Christmas Day.
Oh, my God.
Oh, goodness. Thanks everybody for being thanks everybody for being here. We will be back next week, obviously, to wrap this shit up. We're gonna wrap this shit up, son.
Wrap it up like a Christmas present.
Wrap it up. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up that.
If I get hit with that arm, it's really gonna hurt. We got a smartwatch on.
We're gonna wrap up season finale and the season mid-season.
Thank you, Linda.
And a fear. And yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Then we're gonna find some other stuff to talk about for the following week. I think that's where we're gonna be working on our next guest, because all the shows will be done, and we'll have some downtime. So I believe we're gonna fill it in with some live guests. So just stay tuned for the announcements as far as that goes, to see who's gonna be on the show, and we'll be taking it from there. So thanks, you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. And remember, Jesus. Good night. We love you all. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Yep, love you. Bye.
Peace.
Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking zombies and apocalypses and all those things you like. Going beast mode, and if you didn't know, it's Peter Z up on the mic. Hey, TWD family, grab the snacks about the pantry and subscribe and like if you can, please. Or those walkers eat you like some candy. Hey, okay. You at the right place at the right time. No one does it better, that's the bottom line. Beauty and the Beast, this is prime time. Let's go.